topic of today's lesson is confusables. Okay, I have a question. I have brought this key with me, and I want to ask you something. What happens if I just put it in my bag? Is it really easy to pull it back, to find it back in without wasting any time? Is it easy? No, it's not that easy. It will get lost. So what's the solution? What can I do? What can I do to find it easily again? If I put this key to this keychain with a bunch of other keys, it would be easier for me to find it again. So in our case, the words we are going to learn today, what the message I want to convey you is every time we learn unfamiliar and hard words, it's not easy to recall them. First of all, it's not easy to retain them, and then we easily forget them and we can't recall them. So today I have brought you some tips, tricks, strategies to help you how to remember information in some fun way, and you have to do something that can be easily pulled out when you need it. Okay? I have brought you this letter. It's an exaggerated letter which is full of mistakes, and these mistakes are based on homophones. The learner has used wrong homophones, and that's the reason this letter looks very silly and these errors are really embarrassing. For example, take the first example. This word deer is an animal. It's not like deer to us. And then instead of writing, the wrong homophone is used. It says, I'm writing this letter to let you know that my cousins are coming next week for holidays. Their flight is at 11 p.m. Can you meet me there at the airport? It's my pleasure. If you join us, I'm coming with my uncle whose car is new, your friend Mike. Now you can see all this letter is full of errors, and these errors are these errors happen when we use wrong homophones, when we mix them. And we don't want to look silly. We want to earn respect from our audience, from our readers, whoever reads our stuff. As I always say, it's easy to get away with your mistakes when you are speaking, but when it comes to writing, it's not that easy. So we have to be very careful while we are texting, emailing, or doing any kind of academic work. Whatever you are doing in life, you have to be sure to use the right word and to use the right spellings. And I'm going to discuss an interesting way in which you can add some visuals to your memories, so later in life you don't get those words mixed up. Take an example. This seems a joke. In writing, if you use the wrong word, this meat here, instead of this meat, it makes you look silly, right? And even in language, jokes are made out of wrong homophones. They are used in funnier ways to make jokes. And if we commit that kind of mistakes, we look silly too, and it seems a joke. So we have to avoid it. Today we are going to learn how to add clarity to our homophones, so we always remember them precisely, and they should be like stored, deposited in our memories in a right manner, interesting manner. So let's see what we can do to do that. I have brought these examples of mnemonics. What you'll do today, the homophones I'm going to give you, you have to add some mnemonics to them so you don't forget them in life, and you have to make them interesting, add some visuals to them so they can be remembered, recalled easily. Okay, let's take example of this first mnemonic here. This is compass. North, east, south, west. Today it seems easy, but earlier when we had to learn it for the first time, It wasn't that simple, and how our teacher taught us to learn it is no, never eat sour wheat. That was something that made us remember the directions, and we knew it that we had to go clockwise. Then these knuckles here, remember how in earlier grades our teachers tell us to use knuckles for 31 days and the dips for the months other than that. So this mnemonic helps to remember the months of the year. This mnemonic here, this name Roy G. Biv, is used for learning the colors of rainbow, and in the right order: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And then this mnemonic here, this is a sentence. This is called acrostic mnemonic. This is used to remember more information. In this case, this is used to recall the names of planets. So these are some examples of mnemonics. The words that we are going to learn today are these homophones. What I'll do is, I want you to go on your laptops. You have to work in pairs. Each pair will get one pair of homophones. What you have to do is, you have to look for the meaning, Google, search the meaning of the words, and then find relevant using Google Images. I want you to add some images to these words so they clarify your concepts and they help you to remember them. And then another thing that you can do is, you can look for their mnemonics too. You might come up with any. If you can't, doesn't matter. What you have to do is, you have different choices. You have to make them funnier, exaggerated, crazier. So what you can do is, you can act out, you can make a song, you can rhyme, you can define it in some fun way. It doesn't have to be simple. If it is simple, it can't be remembered. Always funnier, absurder things are easier to remember. So do this, and that's your tutorial. You have to, I have given you instructions how to go about on the internet. Use this tutorial to go to the website where you can find these words, okay? And I give you 20 minutes to do that. After that, you have to record yourself using your mobile phones and come up with some interesting, funny mnemonics for these homophones that will make them last for your lifetime, and that will really help your other class fellows. And after you are done this in the class, that's not it. When you go home, you can make more searches on net. You can come up with more ideas. You can edit your videos. You can make another video, make more polished videos, and try to come up with some interesting mnemonics for these homophones that will make you remember and recall them for your very easily and in an interesting manner for your lifetime. Okay, so I'm here if you need any help. Thank you so much. Thanks for learning.